We have that picture that James Gunn posted of he and Zack Snyder standing side by side, and that took the internet by storm, especially amongst the Snyder fans. Now, I saw a bunch of people clamoring around telling James Gunn to let Zack Snyder finish his Snyder Cut, which is absolutely absurd because he spent the last couple years moving past that. And at the end of the day, I truly think, like, they're just friends. Like, James Gunn wrote the script for Dawn of the Dead and Zack Snyder directed it, and that was 10, 15, however so many years ago. And they've been friends ever since then. Yeah, sure, James Gunn maybe didn't like what Zack Snyder was doing with the DCU in terms of how dark and brooding it was, but they're still friends at the end of the day, and I really do believe it is just that. And some people looked at it like, oh, why would he do that? He knew he was going to stir the pot. And I think it was a way of him saying, like, look, there's no hatred between the two of us. There's no ill will. We're friends. I have no problems with him. And it was a way to, like, just give everyone closure. Like, it wasn't something that, like, he screwed Zack Snyder over on. He's just trying to genuinely save the DC, which is in the gutter right now. Now, I see some other people talking about, oh, maybe he'll let Zack Snyder direct something in his DCU, and I could definitely see that happening. A lot of people are asking for him to do Batman because of how awesome he directed the Batman scenes in BVS and in the Justice League, but I don't think he's gonna let Zack Snyder do a character that important. It's a little too close to home. If anything, he's gonna give him something more obscure. And in my personal opinion, after seeing The Watchmen, one of Zack Snyder's best films next to 300, I could definitely see him doing The Authority, which James Gunn announced because of the source material and how dark it is. And I think that Zack Snyder would play really well in that world. Granted, I do hope that James Gunn, if he does hire him to film a project like that, has him reel back this slow motion, because all of Rebel Moon was essentially slow motion. If you took the slow motion out of it, those movies would have been like 45 minutes long, and they're 3 hours. So that is a lot of slow motion. But yeah, I think that that could definitely work. I like Zack Snyder. There's a lot of people that hate him. I think he is a master at visual storytelling. His movies are so distinct. You always know when you're looking at one. They have this unique look to it. His movies feel like panels of a comic book burst out into real life. They're very cinematic. They're very moody. He plays with lighting expertly. Zack Snyder can film the shit out of a movie and make it look great and make it feel epic and make it action-packed. But he's not a good storyteller, and Zack Snyder works best when he's adapting somebody else's material, a la 300 or The Watchmen. Or he did that animated movie with the owls. I can't remember what the name is, but it was really good. Or like Dawn of the Dead with James Gunn. But then you look at something like Rebel Moon or Sucker Punch where he tries to do it himself, and they're not that good. The last movie he put out that I genuinely loved, outside of the Snyder Cut of the Justice League, was Army of the Dead, I believe is the one where they go to Vegas with Dave Bautista. That movie I found flawed, but really entertaining. So, like I said, I don't hate Zack Snyder the way a lot of people do. I don't understand the hate he gets. I just think he needs to make movies that are based off of other people's scripts, other people that are good at writing scripts, that's all. So I really don't think that anyone should go crazy over that James Gunn photo, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's either just a friendly picture to show the world, like, look, there's no ill will, or it's letting us know that he's gonna let Zack Snyder direct something in the DCU, in which case, the DC fan should be happy about that. The Snyder fan should be happy that he's getting a chance to dip his toe back into DC, and it'll give you guys your fix of wanting a Zack Snyder movie in the DCU.